Hey guys, so I made it back to Pahrump. And sorry, the last video I said I was on my way to Arizona. I'm at Nevada. I'm heading to Arizona probably next month to Quartzsite. But I made it to Pahrump on Wednesday. Today is Monday, the 14th, 15th, something like that. I think it's the 14th. I did have video of that getting here, and I'm having trouble with my phone at the moment. It's doing some weird thing when I record. But so I thought I'd just jump on and just do a quick talk to you video. I was going to camp down just down the hill by Debbie. But there was a woman there, Diane, really nice lady. I met Diane, which Debbie met here 2 years ago. And then I met two other women one's been on the road for 3 years. And the other one's just brand new, like a month, if that, I think. She's in a van. The other lady has this really cool small, it's like a 16-foot or maybe a little bit bigger toy hauler. It's really cool. And she's got a 9-year-old. It looks like an Aussie. She had gotten it from the pound. But the other woman she had a dog that she lets it run loose, which, I don't mind. I really don't. And she's a cat that, roams around too. But having two senior dogs, and Elliot's territorial, and he's somewhat not dog friendly. It has to be on his terms. So I decided just to come up the hill where this is the road I camped on before on the end there, but there's a guy there with a tent. So that way I don't have strange dogs coming into my site, and Elliot doesn't need that, and the puppy doesn't need it either. Even though the puppy and Bailey play constantly, I go down to Debbie's with Owen, and him and Bailey play. She's a really sweet dog, and her cat's really beautiful too. But just to avoid my animals being stressed, and I don't, she said, no, she'll keep it on a leash. I don't want to make someone do that with their pets. Do what you want with your animal. So I just came up here. And it's nice because I'm up higher and I can see more of the landscape. So, and it gets me to walk down the road to Debbie's. So Owen and I walk down there. I'll walk by myself sometimes. The weather's been cold at night, very cold. The other morning it was like 30 degrees when I woke up, and I don't have heat when I'm boondocking. But once I get up, the animals are fine. They're under the blankets. We're nice and warm when we're in bed. That's my number one key. If they're ever cold, then we leave. But once I turn my tea on, my water on for coffee or tea, or even light a candle in this place, it warms it up. During the day, once the sun comes up, which it comes up about 6 o'clock or so, within an hour or so, it's starting to really warm up. It's been in the 50s during the day. Yesterday, we had a wicked windstorm all day. I made soup. Debbie came up for about an hour to get some soup from me. We did nothing. And then last night, when I was closing the window, the sand was coming in like a cloud. It looked like an apocalypse is going to happen. I could barely see Debbie's trailer and the ones down there. I could barely see town. That's how bad the sand was. But today was beautiful. No wind. It was actually probably like 60 degrees. Right? So I went to... My countertops are still raw wood. And it's driving me nuts. Gideon gets on them, and they're just getting dirty. And Daisy and I, when I was still at Dale in Colorado, we were going to stain them and poly them. And we just didn't get to it. So I ran over to Home Depot, is right next door. And I was going to get an espresso color stain. I found a stain and a poly that's water-based. So I text Daisy and Dale. Daisy's the only one who got back to me. She says, maybe that'll be too dark with the dark cabinets and the dark floor. I'm like, okay. Because I like dark counters. So I went with a light gray stain. I tried it out in a little section. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it. And I had already picked out, before I looked at stain, paint chips, because I want to change the color of my cabinets. I'm tired of them. It's been 2 years, and they're all chipped. It's just a mess. And I first painted them white, hated it. Then I painted them this chalk paint, navy blue, hated it. And then I went with this green that I saw in a lady's schoolie. She did a video, and I wrote to her and asked her, what color are your cabinets? Evergreen, green, something like that. And I loved it. And I do like it. But right now, I just need a change. So I had already picked out today some green, really, really light color greens, and grays. It's really pretty light gray. Actually, I have it. Hold on one minute, or 1 second here. How do I get out of the way? Here we go. Oops, sorry. Way close to the camera. Here is the gray stain. I think once I put a heavier coat on, I just used a paper towel and just did a small spot. It should be darker, because on the paint chips, you know, they have at the store to see what else, and I actually showed it. They showed it on oak and they showed it on pine, and I have pine, and I liked it. I'm out of my comfort zone here, people, so bear with me and wish me luck. But here's the paint chips. So I got some light greens, but almost all, they seem to be all the same shades. They're a little darker in person, but I looked at the grays. Can you see them? Well, anyway, it's this one. You can't really see it. Gray cloth, it's called. There's a natural gray and smoky wings, but this one is just weird. You can't see it. It's just too light. I don't know. It kind of has a bluish tint to it. I don't like it, but I like the lighter gray, and it went with. It's actually darker on the chip. You just can't see it. It went with the stain. So I'm probably going to paint my cabinets that when I get some money to buy paint. We'll see. So tomorrow, if it's nice out, Debbie and I have somewhere to go first thing in the morning. And then I have to unscrew the cabinets. My drill is dead, so I'm going to have to hand unscrew them, unless I can charge on Debbie's generator. But it's only a couple screws. And the kitchen counter is not hard to take off at all. That just has 2 screws on it. And then I'm going to take them outside, even though it's water-based paint. I don't know what's in it. May cause respiratory tract irritation. Oh, contains titanium. Should I even use this at all? All right, we'll see what the weather is tomorrow. And I'll take the countertops out, put tarp down in my truck, and I'll get this stained. And hopefully they dry tomorrow and it's not windy. And maybe leave them out. We'll see how dry they get, because I really don't want to breathe this stuff in. I don't want the animals, especially the cat, doing it either. And I'll get them in. Hopefully, I like the gray. I mean, I love gray. And I even thought the other day, because I'm stuck, I think I talked about this once before, I'm stuck on decor. I don't know which way to go. It was more, you know, I don't want to say farmhouse before, but white walls. I had these really pretty white and gray stripes. They're wide stripes that went horizontally, vertically. I'd gotten them from Dollar General, the curtains, and I just wanted to change, and I went with more of bohemian feel there. And I just recently got these gray curtains off Amazon, and I hate them. They're the type of curtains that they're too dark to begin with. It's like a dark charcoal that stick to your rough hands. I hate that material. It's just, I hate feeling it. I hate to say hate, but you know what I mean. It's just weird. So I think we're going to go back with a light gray and white curtain. I mean, I would even go back with the same ones I had, but I threw them away or donated them or something. But I just need a change. I want to lighten it up in here and get these cabinets done. Well, first get the countertops done, and then tomorrow I do have the rest of my paint. Oh, wait, I know the color. Hold on. Is it even on here? No. No, it's not on here. It's in my wallet, the color of it. But it's that green. That's on my counters, my cabinets. They're all chips, so I bought a little brush, and I'm just going to touch. And it's not the first time I've touched up the paint, because when I got here and I opened the front door and the light came pouring in, you see every imperfection, every bit of dirt. I saw the conditions of my cabinets, and I was like, oh my gosh, I hope no one wants to come in and see my trailer, because it was horrible. You know, up in the mesa this summer, it was dark. I was in the forest, and the door was shut most of the time, and you didn't get to see all the wear and tear in your trailer. So I'm going to get that done tomorrow, and I'll get some footage of Pahrump. I mean, it's a cute little town. It's kind of a poorish town. It's only 45 minutes from Vegas. But they do have a lot here. And they just had a festival this weekend where they had a bunch of balloons go up. You know, the hot air balloons, which I've seen before. And They had a car show. I don't know why I didn't go. Debbie told me about it because Diane told her, and we drove by, and it was so busy. They had all these vendors there, and I do not know why I didn't. It's just like a mile down the road. That's the one thing about being here, which is I really like. We're just a mile from town. Walmart is walkable. That's how close it is. You have Home Depot that I could walk to. I mean, it's a good walk, 20 minutes or so. Probably to get to Walmart be about 30, if that. And you've got a couple casinos, some fast food places. Panda Express is here, a Thai restaurant, a Japanese restaurant with sushi. They have stuff, but it's a very small town. It's just one strip, basically. There's no downtown area. They have a nice park and a dog park. Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar. 3 or 4 veterinarians. There's no hospital. I don't even know if they have they have to have an emergency place, right? They've got to. I haven't seen one. They have a grocery store called Smith's, which has a huge section of vegan food all over the place. So I'm so thrilled with that because Walmart has like nothing. So, I do like it here because town is so close. And in Quartzsite, they just had those 2 family-owned grocery stores, which the prices were outrageous. Their produce was terrible. And they had a hardware store, which had, they sold some groceries too, which it was bad. We'd have to travel half an hour into Blythe, California to go grocery shopping. And that wasn't, they didn't have much there. They did have a bunch of vegan stuff, but I don't want to travel half an hour. Or you can go to Parker, which is 45 minutes. And I don't want to travel that far. If we just want to run out to the grocery store and get something. So the only thing Pahrump doesn't have are showers. But we can go into, like I said, Vegas is 45 minutes away. And just before you get there, probably about half an hour, they have a Love's travel shower, or no, a TA. And they have showers there, but I have to pay for them. But I mean, I do have my USB shower. I used that, took one the other day and washed my hair. Yeah, so I'll get some footage of where I am, and I'm having a good time. And the women I met, Diane, Laura, and Mary. I met Mary today, actually, at Goodwill. Very sweet women. Mary said that she can, that she'll do a tour with me, so I can tour her little van. And Diane watched my video with Debbie yesterday, the one we did about being a camp host. And I rewatched it too. It's funny. We really meshed well together, her and I. And Diane said that we should do more, and I said that to Debbie. So Debbie's going to let me talk to her again, about being a nomad. I'm going to see if all 3 of the women will let me do that. I think Diane told Debbie that she would too. Just ask them, what their reasons were for becoming a nomad on the road. All 3 of them are full time. Diane's been on the road 2 years, I think 2 years, and Laura 3. And then Mary's just brand spanking new. She was a barber for 30 years. And she said today that she's just struggling not having something to do. Which I think we all do. Especially if we've all been busy. And I'm always a busy person. And there's days when I can't stand being in here. I can't stand looking at another YouTube video. No offense, creators. Watching Netflix. Or just laying on this bed. So Owen and I have been taking a morning walk. A good half an hour walk every day. And like I said, town is just so close. I mean, I enjoyed just walking around Home Depot today. Owen is not a fan of Christmas blow-ups. I guess he was letting the whole store know. Or, sorry about that, is he a fan of those plush toys that sing and dance? He didn't like them either. So, being out there, it exposes him to stuff like that. Because we walk through the Christmas section. So, all right, guys. Well, I'll let you go. And I'll talk to you again on Saturday.